Megan,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you liked hiking today?
Yes, I'm tired now.
We hiked the pillbox. Okay, so you are living with a guy that was a fruitarian and then kind of found his way off of it and then came back to being vegan again. How is that? Is it challenging? What's it like? You're with him 2 years now.
Yep, 2 years. A little bit over 2 years.
Was he a fruitarian when you met him?
No, I don't think so. Gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, meat-free. But I don't know, it was different at first because I didn't really know the extent as to how serious or how passionate he was about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then the longer I've been with him, and the more I know him of his stories that he tells me about only eating fruits and vegetables raw for 2 years, and then seeing what he's doing now, just kind of find a good balance of feeling happy.
You see a difference when he eats meat or when he eats plant-based foods or anything?
With
like
him,
that?
it's hard to tell. I think I see a difference definitely with how much he eats. Like, if he doesn't eat enough, he is definitely not as happy. He gets really cranky.
Mm-hmm.
But he also works kind of a hard physical job, too, so he burns a lot of calories.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe when he was on the meat, he was a bit more aggressive.
Really?
And a little bit more moody. But then there's all these other circumstances, too, that maybe could be a part of that.
Right.
You know, like maybe
You mean not lack of sleep or
right, lack
stress?
of sleep or working in different jobs, or there's like a variety of things that could have happened. But I don't even really eat meat at all. I eat fish like once a week.
So you changed since you're with him?
Yes, definitely. Like well, because I have the Lyme disease and stuff, so he's been telling me forever, cut out dairy and gluten and you'll feel better. And then I met a friend of mine's husband has Lyme disease and he's young like me, and he said he cut out dairy and gluten and he feels so much better. So I just, after he said that and Jeremy said that, I kind of tried doing it too.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
And it's just easier so we can buy the same groceries I used to.
Right.
And so I make dinners and I'll make like pizza gluten-free with no cheese, and I like eating healthy too, so it's not like it's been like a hard struggle for me to adjust to that.
Do you find that he eats a lot more because he came from a fruitarian lifestyle?
I guess so, because I see the amount, like my friends definitely at first thought it was odd because it's pretty extreme.
Right.
Like how many papayas he'll eat or how many bananas. Everyone knows him to eat so many bananas and this and that. And I honestly don't love bananas. I eat maybe one a day, but he eats a lot, and I don't know if it makes him feel better, if he thinks it makes himself feel better. As long as he's feeling good, like, I'm fine for that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely had some challenges. Like, I like to make dinner, and I like to go out to eat, and I like to have friends over, and we found ways to adjust and adapt, and I definitely think I've sacrificed a bit on, like, how I eat.
Right.
For his ways.
But do you feel better, or do you feel like you could go a little bit that way and a little bit this way, here and there? Balance,
That's how
right?
I feel balance. I really believe in the balance, because sometimes I feel better, but sometimes I feel like I have less energy than I ever did when I was just eating when I wanted or what I wanted. I always ate healthy, but like I was eating probably more because I wasn't as restricted. If that makes sense. Like I was eating healthy, like no-fat Greek yogurt with granola and fruits and smoothies, and then I would make a pizza that was really healthy with like barely any cheese and vegetables, and it had regular wheat crust, but I was eating more, and I think I had more energy then. Now it's kind of like you gotta kind of plan ahead or have certain snacks. But if I'm around like somewhere that doesn't have gluten-free options and that's the only thing you can eat is like a regular like slice of bread with a sandwich, I'll eat it so I'm not starving, you know?
Right.
I'm not like super limiting, but I'm trying to keep track of like if my arthritis feels bad or if I've had gluten, like, does it affect me? And I'm starting to think the more I stay away from gluten, and if I ever have any, that I feel symptoms.
Really? How old are you?
31.
31.
Yeah, going to be 32 in a couple months.
Okay, so you're finding that, in a way, it was good that you found his way of eating, so you could finally, like, try out either way and see how you feel?
Like, honestly, like, I didn't really know this was a whole thing until I met Jeremy. Like, I wasn't aware of that whole world. I always knew of vegans as a certain way, you know, but I didn't know that people only ate fruits and vegetables for years and years and years, their whole lives. You know, I didn't know that that was a thing until I met my boyfriend.
Yeah. And how do you find that it works for everybody or just some people, or?
That's how I don't know. I don't know.
enough
If
about
people
it.
that eat fruits and vegetables really believe that it would work like that for everybody. And I'm just kind of a person that I think it's all about balance. So I have a hard time with that. Like, I don't know. Like, he wants me to try to do the fruits and veggies thing. And, like, he said he felt the best he ever did. He was really clear-headed. And
Did you ever try it?
no.
Well,
and I just don't know if I have the willpower to, because I
yeah.
don't know. I like other things so much, too.
Right.
You know? Like, I don't know.
Do you find that maybe if you gave it maybe 30 days or like a 30-day challenge, would you ever try that out?
I think I probably have to try 1 week or something.
1 week, 1 day
Because
challenge.
I work in the food industry too, so it'd
Yeah.
be really hard, I think, being around that. And I don't know, I'm bad at like buying fruits. He's our fruit buyer, you know? Like,
Right.
I'd always have to, you have to have it on you all the time, or else
Yeah.
you'd be starving.
Yeah. He's probably in tune to a really good fruit like Michael is.
Yeah, and he's used to that lifestyle, you know?
So do you find that he's more even-keeled and more fit, maybe? Or do you find that, I mean, because I know that he had some sort of problems with just fruit also. Like
Right.
he had, you know, I think the sex drive is lower when you don't have fats.
Yeah.
And you become a little bit more, I don't know, what's the word? Shaky? Or
It's less, like, I feel like like for men anyway, you kind of become less manly,
Really?
masculine. Like,
Yeah.
you're lacking that hormone or something.
Right.
I've never been around him where that's all he's eating. Like, he's usually pretty balanced now. Like, maybe he'll have a shrimp like once a week or something.
Yeah.
But I don't even eat much meat naturally anyway, so that kind of works. But I don't. When he was having the meat, I didn't like it because I don't like meat, like
Right.
beef.
Right.
And the grass-fed beef's really potent smelling, and
Yeah.
I feel like he did become more aggressive when having that. And he was drinking like a gallon of raw milk or something, like really extreme.
Right.
He wasn't just having like a cup
Right,
of milk
right,
like
right,
this
right,
big.
right.
He was having like the whole container
Right.
in a day.
So, what do you think as far as would you ever want him to go back to fruitarianism?
I don't know about that. If it makes him happy, if he wants to do it, then I would support that. But I think he's kind of finding that how much food he eats the rice and everything. He eats so much food
What do you think of
for
all
his
those?
jobs.
Yeah.
You know, I think he needs that energy,
Right.
and it's cheaper and it's just easier to eat like that.
Right. What do you think of? Well, he's lived in
Like, if he wasn't
Southeast
just
Asia.
traveling,
He's lived, you know.
Like, maybe if he was just traveling, but to have a lifestyle and to be like working a lot, like, I think he's kind of found a good balance for himself.
What do you think about all those people making videos that are kind of like out there and, you know, in your face vegan type of?
I've never been drawn to watch any of that stuff, just because I feel like it kind of takes away from the real message of it all. I feel like people get competitive, and it's such a scene almost that it really takes away from just living a peaceful life,
Right.
you know? And I think if you're vegan, you're trying to be peaceful because you don't want to hurt the animals and the things around us, but you attack other people if they eat a different way, and I don't know. I just have a hard time with that stuff. Like, he watches a lot of those videos, and I feel like it's the opposite of what they're trying to achieve. But some people, not everybody, but
Right.
some people are just too in your face about things. It's just abrasive, and it's not a peaceful way to live.
Kind of backfires.
Kind of backfires. That's how I feel. And I don't know any of these people personally, and I don't choose to watch them because it's a biased opinion to me, and people get really heated about it.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive subject for some people,
Right.
you know?
Well said.
Yeah.
Well put. Thumbs up. If you like this video, comment, subscribe. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.